What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video I'll show you how to create a simple pencil illustration of Garfield. For today's lesson we'll need some white paper and a pencil. I'll start this drawing off with this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick. And I want to begin by breaking down the basic shape and proportions before we get into the details. So let's start by sketching a line coming down the center of our page. I'm going to start at the very top in the middle. Just going to lightly work our way down the center using these short lines all the way down. Now let's move to the center and draw another line going across from left to right. Now I'm going to be using these two lines to help us balance out our drawing. So in the center, we're going to draw a small oval coming down for the nose. So go around the left side, in towards the middle, and then back up on the right. And again, these shapes don't have to be perfect. Now I want to squish the eyes in the center. So above the nose, we're going to go straight up this line. Now let's round up the left side, going up, come down the side like an oval, round up the bottom. Now it's going to cross that center line. And just bend that back up towards the side of the nose. Let's do the same thing on the right. And we want to bring that up towards the same height. Come down the side, and then bend that back in. Let's fold down the eyelids. We're going to start over on the left. We want to bend this down in the middle, and then back up on the right. And I'm going to tuck the pupils in underneath. So from the center line, let's move over toward the left. Draw a small half circle coming down and up towards the left side. Now you want to take that same distance over towards the right and do the same thing. Now we're just going to roughly shade in the inside of the pupils. Now let's tuck the mouth in underneath the nose. From the center, it's going to bend this down and out towards the left. Round this out. Now I'm going to bring this up towards that center line. And we're just going to curl this in towards the eye. Leaving a gap along the side. And then we'll do the exact same thing on the right. Coming down towards the same height. Bend this up. And just curl that in towards the eye. Let's add a fold. From the corner of the mouth, step down toward the center line, bend this out and then back up. Now we're going to go to the outside of the eye. I want to curl the cheek. Going around and then in. Now we're going to go all the way up to the top and draw the inside edge of the ears. Let's start from the middle. Bend this up towards the left, round this out, come down and in towards the eye. Now I want to take this shape and flip it over on the right. So starting in the center, going up and around, and then bend that back in. And we just want to line up the bottom of the line on each side. Let's add that fold across the top of the ear, starting from this curve, going up, and just bend that down in the center, and then up and out towards the right. Now we want to come all the way back down and draw on the chin. Underneath the mouth on the left, we're going to add a fold, coming down, across, and then up. Now I want to draw the outside of the head and tuck this in underneath the chin. So from the bottom of the ear on the left, we're going to step up, we're going to bend this around the cheek, come down the side, round up the jaw, and just tuck that in underneath the chin. Let's do the same thing on the right, going around the corner of the mouth, and the cheek, come down and then bend that in. Let's add those guidelines for the hairs across the side of the head. Starting from the base of the ear, bend this up and out on both sides. I'm going to add two more, going across and then bending that down, and then one more coming across the side of the head. Now with our rough sketch in place, I'm going to go back and lightly erase some of these guidelines. So start with the middle. And also erasing that line going across from left to right. Now that we have a clean rough sketch, I want to switch my pencil to a 0.9mm and start adding some more detail and refine the contrast. So let's start with the nose. Just want to trace the nose, and we can always go back and modify the shape if we need to. So we're just going to darken up the outside. Also want to add some thickness. So just darken up the outside of that line, maybe a bit thicker. Now we're going to work our way up across the center of the eyes. Just darken out that line in the middle, going up toward the top, and then work our way around the eyes. Darken up the eyelid coming in towards the center. I'm just going to stay across the top and work on the ears. Now with the mouth, we just want to taper this up towards a point on the outside. Add some more thickness across the bottom edge, just to help give it some weight. And then with the cheeks, we want to darken up the tops and also taper down towards the bottom. Now with these hairs on the side of the head, we're just going to start with the bottom edge. I just want to thicken up the ends. Just going to round this out and then taper that back in towards the side of the head. Just darken up the inside. Then we're going to repeat that to the last two along the bottom. So start that curve coming in, round out the end, and then taper that back in. And just darken up the inside. Now along the top edge of the ears, we're going to add some points. Starting from the outside, we're going to go up and just pull these points coming down and just working our way up towards the inside of the ears. Now I want to mirror this over on the right. And we'll go back and just darken up the inside. Now we want to do one final cleanup before we add in our stripes and shading. Now we're going to add 3 sets of thick stripes along each side of the head. So on the top, we just want to add the volume. Starting from the top, just going to angle this down and in towards the eye, and then go straight up. Now you don't want to go too dark because we want to eventually erase this out. Now coming down underneath the cheek, come straight in, angle this down and then out. And we'll add one more set across the bottom, almost like drawing a triangle, going up towards the mouth and back down. Now going back up to the top, we're going to start with the outside curve. We're going to go up and then back in, just staying within that boundary. And just going to thicken that up. And then darken up the inside. Now I want to repeat this coming in and going a little bit narrower as you come in towards the face. Just add a couple more. And we're just going to work our way down the side. Come out to that second section. Darken up the inside. And I'm going to add a few more coming in. Again, going a little bit smaller as you come in towards the face. And then again across the bottom. Now I want to repeat this on the right side. And go back and lightly erase those guidelines along the side. Now, as we get closer to the end, we're just going to clean up our lines and contrast, and always be sure to sign our artwork. And that's pretty much it. There's a pencil illustration of Garfield. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.